everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Bortles' Jaguars going up against Newton's Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte, North Carolina, as we bring in our broadcast team of Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Carolina Panthers. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll try and run with their fullback. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Prince Amukamara is a former first-round cornerback who's looking to become king.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Newton. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He's going to air one out, and that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
On first down, Newton. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Newton on 3rd down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the...
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Stewart from 19 yards away. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
He's got time. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kelvin Benjamin, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. First carry for Chris Ivory. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the box that's highlighted is for Hearns on this offense.
Do you have your track shoes available? Because Alan Hearns is a guy to get you on your horse if you're trying to defend him. He can take anyone deep and win on any route.
Now Bortles. It's caught right side. It's Hearns. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On first down, this is Ivory. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So, Brandon, this is just basic football right here because we're getting right down to it. Tall sweep. So, for the offense, you're often pulling linemen to get out ahead of your blocker. And if you're the defensive guys, either you meet them with...
And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. On third and long, it's Bortles. He's got time in the pocket. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He was looking to get it to Alan Hearns that time. And it'll be fourth down.
Well, he bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation. Instead, tried to get it all back in one play.
Yeah, third and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
Now it's Ginn. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Surveying the field. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Jags offense gets ready to take over the football again, and their running game in week 1 of the season against Green Bay, it really was tough going with Ivory out, yet Yeldon going for just 39 yards on 21 carries.
And that put a lot of pressure on Blake Bortles, their young quarterback, and I thought he handled it very well. So there's a silver lining for Jacksonville in that loss, that Bortles can handle it if he has to carry the load, but they really want Yeldon. And when Ivory, when he's back well again, they really want them to carry the ball much more.
From midfield, here's Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now Bortles sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Yeldon, the lone running back. And he'll get it up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now Bortles finding time. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there at 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
But that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on 1st down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the 2nd level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. 23 yards on the play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte. after this. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. To throw on second down is Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. A nice gain at 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Malik Jackson in there to get him for his second sack of the night. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action with Stewart. Now Newton. That is caught inside the 5. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Gano now to add the extra point. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left, and no good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
With a quick lull here, Charles, I want you to tell your Watt brothers story. Derek Watt, of course, now in the league with San Diego, JJ with Houston. They're going to meet each other on November 27th.
Fullback versus defensive lineman. And how great is that going to be? San Diego and Houston. And talking with JJ, I said, what is that going to be like playing against your brother? And he said, all I know is I fully expect him to be the lead blocker on the first play of the game. And I'm going to greet him enthusiastically on that play. He said, because otherwise, if he gets the best of me, that will be my Christmas present, a picture of him blocking me, and I can't have that.
Caught out left side by Robinson. Mentioned earlier that Bortles threw the ball 39 times against Green Bay. 15 of those targets were in the direction of Robinson. He had 6 catches for 72 yards.
That speaks to dependability and trust, doesn't it? It's not just a matter that he's always...
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone, and they'll get it at the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. but you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Bortles going to throw, and that's incomplete. The tight end, Julius Thomas, the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Bortles. And he's got it to Hearns. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 23 yards on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. This is Stewart again. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Calling a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st down, Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to Talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
They'll roll him out right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Cam Newton keeping it himself from 7 yards out. And the Panthers just continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The play clock's running down. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, it's Bortles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green 39. Green 39. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Green.
From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles. This is caught by Robinson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st down, Bortles. And now here is another interception. It's the safety, Kirk Coleman. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you've got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
Now a play fake here on Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On second down, here's Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Charles sidestepping for a minute. Looking back to Sunday, we saw some clock management issues. You look at the Indianapolis game, the Dallas game, and how that shook down. But when you're a player or coach in those situations late, how hard is it to be aware of what's going on? Because it's easy for us sitting on the couch to critique.
It's a lot harder than maybe we give credit to because heat of the moment, the anxiety levels have gone sky high. The competitive juices are flowing. A lot of coaches keep cards with them that tell them when to, how you're supposed to use the clock down the stretch. You don't always get the math right. That's why I think a lot of teams now are going to go to having someone designated in the press box to handle clock management issues and advise the head coach because they should be able to think clearer up there rather than down on the sidelines where the heat is really rising.
How about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll come out in the pistol. Another pistol look here. And caught left side, Olsen. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Panthers are going to get a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On 4th down, Newton. And it is is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Bortles. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And the D looking like they may blitz. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
They go back to Stewart on first. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be first down Panthers.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. They come out here in the eye. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Newton to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th. Newton. He's got time in the pocket. Great protection. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. And now out come the Jags. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner, and just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Throwing here, Newton. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Escaping the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
Stewart is the lone setback. Here's Newton. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defense. Pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing, and on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not cross
generation. It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Throwing is Newton. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now Stewart on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget.
Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bortles now to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Blowout loss coming of this magnitude. Boy, they've got to be shaking their heads in the locker room.
Not only are they shaking their heads, the head coach looked absolutely furious leaving the